But going into the conversations early on, do you talk about that at all, as far as like what that next year might look like, running into potential NIL offers that could, maybe be the most money they'd ever see in their life? Those types of situations are very, very real. And anyone that denies that would be, again, like you said, disingenuous.
Yeah, no, again, you're hitting it on the head with what we do and what we deal with. If you don't talk to a family about what comes next, then you're not worried about their future, right? Like they're coming here to get an education that helps them in their life. They're here to hopefully have a chance to play professional basketball, whether it was at San Bernardino or here. It's the same exact thing. Maybe some guys, their aspirations they think that they can play in the NBA or have a better chance. That goes up with the league or the level that you're at. But that is, talked about for sure. So I'm very to the point. Like when I was at San Bernardino, it was, look, if that does happen and you are that type of player and you have another year to play and something comes around for you that you can move on to at the Division I level, I'm going to celebrate that. I'm going to help you do what you do. An example of that is, we have one of our student athletes at San Bern this year was an all-league player. At the end of the season, he had 1 year left because of the new junior college rule. And I'm his biggest promoter of trying to help him go to the next level. He couldn't come back to us, so I guess I was a little bit more lucky with that because of the rule. They weren't allowing them to go back to Division II. But you fast forward, a month later, I got Riverside, and now he's signed to play with us at Riverside. So that's awesome. That's like a full circle moment too, where you're trying to help somebody build and get to where they want to go. And now you're actually able to like be a part of that again at the next level. But yeah, for me, it's after every season, no matter what, you evaluate where you're at and where you want to go. And is this a good fit? And that's where you have to take the lens of this is the business part of it. Okay. So did you get better? Yes. Did we give you the opportunities? Yes. Okay. Well, now you have this. Well, maybe it's better to be here because you need to step into this role now. Now you need to go from, the fourth leading scorer to become the first or second. Like this is what you need to do. You need to be an all-league player. But maybe you've reached that and now that opportunity is there for you. We want to keep people here to have them graduate from Riverside and have that degree and all those things. But just like you're talking about, you can't hold people back from being able to monetarily earn more money and all those type of things.
It's a major change. I know our lives would have looked a lot different in our college career if we had that kind of empowerment. But the dialogue around branding and social media and things that they do for their marketability, again, big scale, high profile programs and athletes down to, some of the smaller communities in college towns, again, with that impact. What do you talk about? What kind of things, if any, do you have surrounding helping them navigate not only the fact that the TikTok world and kind of how they generally interact and operate is on that platform, but because of the fact that it does actually have, business implications to them? Is there anything new that you do to kind of incorporate that beyond the typical don't do stupid things on, in public kind of conversations that we're used to having over the years?
Yeah, I think it's the opposite now. It's you have to use that to benefit yourself and grow who you are. Like before it was don't mess up. Don't put something out there you don't. Now it's put things out there that you want people to see. Like utilize your social media and your brand. It'll help us if you're doing it the right way. And yes, you can't. But now it's totally flipped. It's not don't mess it up. It's, well, are you utilizing that? How can we help you do that? How does UC Riverside grow your brand? How does being in Southern California grow your brand? How does playing for me grow your brand? How does you being this? So it's, to your point, it's the opposite. There's always the talk of, we call it voices and choices, right? Like during the season, like, hey, about how to handle yourself on a Friday night, all those things, and not taking, in social media. But now it's more of, well, what are you doing to promote the things that I always say this as an example, your branding of yourself in the NBA or at the professional level, like what type of charities do you want to be a part of? Do you post things like that show the type of human you are? Because those are big parts of what you do with your money when you're able to make that type of money. Do you show these other sides that if you are somebody that is marketable, that they can say, wow, I would love this person to promote this for us. If you're not showing that and you're just doing basketball stuff all the time. Like it's grown. This is just a whole other opportunity for them. It's like for us when we were growing up, well, how many things can we add to our resume? Can we be a part of this group on campus? Can we do this? Whether it's now it's different now with your social media and who your reach, your marketability is so important for you monetarily to grow, but also to have the opportunities when you get to that point to where you are somebody that people want to hire and be around. And so it's just flipped, Phil. It's just more about doing the right things and having a plan as to who you want to be
in life
and in those networks and social media, and how that fits together, and how the school you're at, Riverside now, how that fits. It's a high academics institution. It's in the Big West. It's on the West Coast. You're a SoCal guy. You're a, business major. You're this. How does all this work together to help you in 10 years? So that's what we talk about more. We do talk about, obviously, the things not to do, the things that you and I probably did too much and all that stuff, that we didn't have cell phones. We had Polaroid cameras. So you weren't getting us on Friday and Saturday nights. We were hiding.
Absolutely. Well, you just said it, and that's kind of where I think the interesting opportunity exists. That I'm at the coaching ranks, and in the coaching ranks, it gets talked about, I'm sure, with you guys, and I've had plenty of conversations. Not so much when you talk about media and publicly. People focus on the high profile people, obviously the NBA, but individuals that have no future professional career that is going to change their life, meaning that maybe they are going to play a few years professionally, but it's not the kind of money that's going to lead to nest eggs and retirements in, playing in, a foreign country for, $50,000 or $60,000, for a season or whatever. But their earning potential and their brand building potential, and how that leads them right into a professional career when they are probably at their most marketable, right? Because they're still a collegiate athlete that people admire and respect the work and the grind that it takes to do both.